Greetings and salutations. This is Margaret Franklin of Margaret Franklin Creations. Welcome to Weekly Schpiel. Today is Sunday, the 19th of October. Still can't believe Ace Frehley's gone. It just left such a void, such anguish, such heartbreak. One of the original members of KISS is gone. And I'll probably still be seeing tributes to him on Facebook. And, well, Spaceman, rest in peace. We miss you so much. That's just something about grief, about losing someone. Like, I've been a KISS fan since I was about 12, 13 years old, and it's just devastating, I tell you what. There's always this feeling when you lose someone close. Like, even if I didn't know Ace personally, he was like, well, all the members of KISS, they're like family to me because I've just been so emotionally invested in their career all my life. Just love their music so much. New Year's Eve, we'll probably be watching all their videos again. KISS The Second Coming, KISS Meets Scooby-Doo, KISS Meets the Phantom, although I wish I had the original version, not the Australian version. Like, I used to have the original on VHS, but we don't have a VHS player anymore. We don't use VHS tapes. They don't work here. But in the Australian version, Ace doesn't have any lines of dialogue, except for maybe once in a while, which on Planet Jendal means no comment. I could write a song about that. Did you take out the trash? Did you do your homework? When are you going to get married? When are you going to have kids? Aren't the flowers lovely? Well, back on Planet Jendal, that means no comment. I remember I listened to Ace Frehley's album when my Aunt Jean passed away. I haven't started crying yet, but I know that when she died, I grieved by listening to Ace's album, and I ate a whole carton of New York nuts and pretzels ice cream, and I smoked a big cigar. I wish I had a big cigar to smoke, although my husband doesn't approve of smoking and says he would divorce me if he ever caught me smoking. But Ace, we miss you. In my room, I have an empty Coke can that he drank from on the set of Detroit Rock City. He threw it out to the crowd and I caught it. There was a little bit left. And there was his black lipstick on the straw. And I drank that last sip of Coke and... You know how they say it's good luck to shake hands with a chimney sweep? Well, sipping from the straw that Ace Frehley had touched his lips to, I think has attracted some of the best kisses in my life. I won't go into detail. I'm not one to kiss and tell. Now Ace is gone, Eric's gone, Mark St. John is gone, and now Ace. There's just this feeling. I lost my dad when Dave and I were on our honeymoon. There's just this feeling, this shouldn't have happened. This is a mistake. This can't be right. I must be dreaming. There's no way. And then, when my dad died, it was just so sudden and unexpected. And then my mom passed away in 2011. I knew she was going to die. Like, I saw her go downhill in a matter of months. I think it was in January of 2011. She said, get your husband, get Dave to call me. Get Dave to call her, and I guess she figured the news would be easier coming from her than it would, coming from Dave than it would from her directly talking to me. And I know, I saw her go downhill. She had her good days and she had her bad days. She had her days that were where she was more and more incoherent, and I knew she couldn't help it, but I felt frustrated I'd want to shake her because she was so out of it. I was suffering too because like Michael Jackson's death was devastating too, even though I wasn't a big Michael Jackson fan. The day he died was punctuated by a major horrible health issue in my life, which couldn't be corrected without surgery. And they strung me along for nearly 2 years before I could get fixed. And I was facing surgery, like, during the same time I was watching my mom go downhill. She was in and out of the hospital a few times. And I saw her the day she died. Or the day before she died. She couldn't keep her eyes open. She couldn't speak. She was hardly herself anymore. It was devastating. And the day that she did pass away, the next day, I couldn't phone anyone because all our phone lines were dead. All the like 7,000 phones in the neighborhood because someone had knocked over a power supply thing. All the phones were dead. We don't have cell phones. And I found out, like, at 3 o'clock that afternoon, it felt like a punch in the stomach. And all the wind had been knocked out of me. And I just had to drop everything and take a nap. And that night our phones were finally connected. My aunt informed me that my mom had passed away at 3 that afternoon. How long have I been talking here? 6 minutes and 45 seconds. And then when Richard died, it was totally unexpected. I'd been at the living room, and I had to walk home in the pouring rain, and my sketchbook got a little ruined because some of the water had leaked into my backpack, and I had my website and an Etsy account, and I'd only ever sold that one zebra that day, and I find out that Richard had passed away, and I thought, this has to be a mistake. That can't be right. Richard died about a month and a half before his 60th birthday. I'm 61 now. I've outlived him. And the older you get, and the more people you lose, the more conscious you are of your own mortality. And I am officially old. Dave and I were watching David Jeremiah this morning, and he was talking about heaven and how you'll never be bored there. I'll never be bored here on earth because I have a shitload of art projects on the go. I have this thing. I am in the last row of Shannon Alexander's project, and it feels like the closer I get to the end, the longer it's taking me. I finished the Kiss carousel horse quilt. It is in my suitcase for when I go to Vegas. I'm saying when, not if, because I'm just praying that I win this contest, and Jeanette will go with me. And it'll be a bittersweet occasion because I know everyone will be mourning Ace's death, but the show must go on, and we'll be all there for each other to offer one another's condolences. Anyway, David Jeremiah was saying what I've been feeling too recently. Like, I am not the same version of myself I was 2 years ago. Like, he's talking about how he can't do what he used to, and he's got to take his physical limitations into consideration. And I am officially old. I'm using a walker now. I didn't take it with me on Thanksgiving when the family went out to Hagen's because Marnie uses a walker too, and there's not room for both of them. And I'm not walking as much on that sort of occasion, but when I need to get to the bus stop and when I need to go through the mall, it makes all the difference in the world. It really takes the strain off my legs and lower back. I may be going into physio one of these days. I don't like the idea of having to push that walker through the snow. I hope it'll be resolved before then. I am going for my colonoscopy on Halloween. What a way to celebrate the holiday. I don't know if I'll wear my witch's hat into surgery or not. But Jeanette's offered to come with me. Dave can't because he's got the nurse coming. So when we get back from my physio, we'll order a pizza and watch some movies. Maybe we'll do some crafts. I don't know. I'm gradually getting the table cleared. My executive functionings are like, ugh. I've put a few things away, but I've got a long way to go yet. Rome wasn't built in a day. Oh, I hate that expression. I have a story about that, but that'll be for another time. Anyway, folks, you have my condolences. I know there's this, when we lose someone dear to us, there's this feeling of urgency, like we should be doing something, but nothing we can say or do can bring them back, so we have to move on, pull ourselves up by our bootstraps, even though we don't friggin' have any. Yeah, some of the saddest tributes of all feature an empty pair of boots, or the red and orange running shoes with the guitar. Nobody could ever fill those boots again. Love you, folks. Bye-bye. Be back soon. Thanks for watching Weekly Spiel.